Good morning, this is Dan Shaughnessy alongside the Globe's Nick Cafardo for the Globe's 10.0. Speaking from Fort Myers, the Red Sox beautiful spring training complex. This is our last performance of David Ortiz's favorite show, Globe 10.0 from Fort Myers. So we're going to wrap it up today, Nick, talking about this expanded playoff format. You and I remember John Harrington was part of the committee a lot of years ago, decided on the wild card. We poo-pooed that then. The Red Sox won the World Series twice, made the playoffs a million times. Not every time, but a lot of that was owed to the wild card. I think they finished first only once since like 1996. Anyway, if there had been this system in place last year, it would have been Sox-Tampa in a playoff.
Yeah.
So all that drama of the last night would have been sucked away. Do you like the possibility of a fifth playoff team in the American League?
Yeah, here's why I like it. I like it for a couple of reasons. I like it for the trade deadline factor. There'll be more teams vying for the playoffs. Therefore, there'll be more activity trade deadline, which for me as a baseball writer is one of the most exciting times of the year. And so more teams will be trying to make deals, frantically trying to make deals to get into that playoff position. So that's one thing. The other thing is just the keeping up of the interest in some of those places where baseball dies after July. You know,
Kansas City.
Exactly. There's still hope for the Pittsburghs if they're in it. You know, if they're over 500, Baltimore's, people like that. There's still hope for those teams into August, September, and I think that's good for everybody concerned.
I will speak as an old schooler. What about the dilution of the 162 long haul? In baseball, it's supposed to be you have to be good all year. You can't just be hot at the end. Aren't we losing that each time we open this thing up to more teams?
Time does not stand still.
Thank you,
Dan. You know, I mean, that was back then. This is 2012.
Oh, you're such a young, hip guy.
Absolutely, and therefore, you know, you have to keep evolving as a sport, and this is the next step for them. You know, I think the step after this is going to be uniform DH around baseball. I think that's the next step.
Well, if we go with your logic, Nick, maybe someday it'll be like the NHL when 16 out of 21 teams made the playoffs. Making the playoffs is like getting your name in the phone book. You had to make a special effort to not get in there. But anyway, I digress. Nick Cafardo has weighed in on this. He likes it. I don't. With that said, we are signing off for the last time, Globe 10.0 from Fort Myers. See you later.